Hey everybody, I'm passing through a really small town called Waimama. I'm driving my new truck. I got my trailer behind me. It's about 92 degrees. My buddy Josh and his Tacoma with his kayak on top is behind me, and we're gonna head out to E.G. Simmons Park. We made it to E.G. Simmons. It's about 1:30 in the afternoon. I picked out a campsite, we paid, we were driving back to the campsite to set up. Now there's like pretty much zero shade at this campsite, which sucks. We agreed on this one mainly because it's the closest campsite to the boat ramp and out into the Gulf. So it's gonna be a shorter paddle to get to where we wanna go to fish and swim and everything. So we're gonna go set up and I'll show you what our camp's gonna look like. We're finally ready to hit the water. Here's my buddy Josh, there's our camp, that's how close we are to the water. Like I said, we just have to go around this little turn right here. That's where the cul-de-sac is. And we have to go past the boat ramp and then we're out in the Gulf. And then we can go pretty much wherever we want to go. So after about a 10-minute paddle from the campsite, we made it out of the campground. The boat ramp's just right over here. But you probably can't see it on the camera, but the skyline of Tampa Bay is right over there. It looks really cool from over here. Now there's only like 3 places to swim here. One is right there. The campground has a little beach, and then on the other side of the campground there's a little area called Hunter's Pass, and there's a little sandy area right there. It's good for swimming, but other than that, this is pretty much all it is. Mangroves and then open water into Tampa Bay. Here's a nice little refreshing swimming area. It's less than a 10-minute paddle from the campsite, but it's a good place to just come float and cool off. Pretty much everywhere else is mangroves and oyster beds, so there's not too many places to just swim and not worry about slicing your feet open. But there are tons of fiddler crabs. You probably can't see them on the GoPro. Well, we thought we avoided the thunderstorms earlier when we set up, but look at this storm coming. There's all kinds of fish jumping around, but now it's time to enjoy the nice little paddle back to the campsite. Just made it back to camp and there's a raccoon right there. Probably can't see him, but he was right here in the ramp staring at me, but by the time I turned the GoPro on, he went right in there. Which leads me to my next funny story. Where I was swimming over there, on the other side of the bank, there was a guy fishing, and Josh and I watched a raccoon emerge from the mangrove, walk over to the guy's backpack where he was keeping his bait, and try to go through his backpack, which is kind of funny. But Josh is going to do some fishing, and I'm going to give you a little tour around the camp. So here's camp. We are site number 20, which is the last site before you get to the cul-de-sac way down there. This is also the closest campsite to the boat ramp, which goes out into Tampa Bay. It's probably a 10-minute paddle, if that. Also, if you're familiar with this part of Florida, it's Cockroach Bay, really popular spot for flats fishing, I guess. Anyway, here's camp so far. But we had a couple storms rolling through whenever we set up, so I took the time to make some paracord lines to hold the awning down. I just made a simple loop and then went around the little rod that sticks through right here, so it's not really going to go anywhere. Anyway, these are the eBay awnings. I made a review video. They're still holding up fine, no rips, no tears. Also, that's my new tow vehicle. Some people were asking in the last video at Fort DeSoto. At Fort DeSoto, I told myself the next thing I was going to bring would be a fan. So we have electricity at this campsite, so I brought a fan. So I'm probably going to use the hammock and just blow the fan on high, and hopefully that's enough to cool me off and I can fall asleep tonight. Still a mess. I still have not organized this. I've just been kind of procrastinating. Now my LED light strip is kind of hanging down, but that was just some crappy wannabe 3M tape that it came with, so I got to get some nice tape for that to hang it up. Tonight we're just going to cook some tacos. We have a bunch of leftover stuff from Fort DeSoto, so we're just going to use all of that. camping with me is my buddy Josh. His Tacoma's set up real nice for camping in Florida, especially just during the summer. He's got a Smitty built rooftop tent. He's got bed rails, and these actually go into the factory rail system, so it's real nice. You can slide them, adjust them, everything. Right here we have a shower, and it's real nice. It actually pressurizes with the water from the spigot when you fill it up, or it's got a little valve and you can put a like bicycle style air pump, and you can pressurize it that way as long as you don't go more than 50 psi. But it holds 4 gallons. It is nice for just washing off your feet, you know, if you're at the beach, or rinsing the salt water off your kayak before you put it on top of your vehicle, taking a shower, you know, just all kind of general things. Got the nice cooler, some more camping stuff. This makes me miss my rooftop tent that I had. We're going to the top. We got a kayak rack right here. He's also got another set so you can carry 2 kayaks plus his rooftop tent and everything. Other than that, there's not much to it. I don't have anything for you. Raccoon's trying to get in the trailer. This raccoon is determined. He was just over there in the last video. Then he walked along the water's edge. And now he's trying to come back. I don't have anything for you. Sorry. I don't feed raccoons. This little guy is determined. I don't have anything for you. Keep moving. So other than just this curious raccoon that wants our food, you can tell by the hammock it is nice and breezy. It's, I don't know, 6:45, maybe 7:45. So far, no bugs. I'm still walking around flip-flops. I think the breeze has something to do with that, but the sun is not down yet. If it stays breezy like this, I think I'm gonna sleep in the hammock tonight. It's not much to look at, but the meat is almost done. Got a fire going. We're gonna cook a couple of ears of corn over the fire, hopefully. It's kind of early, but we're gonna turn in. That was a really loud fish jumping. I hope that was a fish. Anyway, the wind stopped, so now it's kind of muggy and the bugs came out, so probably not going to sleep in the hammock. I'm probably just going to sleep in the trailer with the fantastic fan on since I'm hooked up to power. Other than that, I'll see you in the morning for eggs and bacon. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning. We're starting to pack up. The bugs were pretty bad last night. Just the no-see-ums. I didn't really notice any mosquitoes. But we are camping at Jenny Springs tonight, so we're gonna pack up here, go back to the house, shower, and repack, because we're actually hammock camping. So I'm so used to the trailer now, I gotta go back to when I first started making videos, when I had my green Jeep and my hammock. So I gotta remember what stuff to bring just for minimal hammock camping. Josh is stopping for gas, so I figured I'd give you a little quick walk around to the truck. I have a bodyguard rear bumper. It's kind of over the top. Here I have a brute force bed cage. It's not really bed rails because they don't go to the side and go to the other side. This actually bolts down to the bed mounts that go to the frame. But anyway, I got, as you can see, roto packs on the outside, nothing on the inside yet. Maybe a set of knockoff Max Tracks or something. High lift jack. On the other side of that, I have a mount for a axe and a shovel or something, but since I already have an axe and a shovel on the trailer, it's kind of dumb to have 2 shovels and 2 axes, I think, so I'll figure out something to put over there. Nothing on the front other than my yellow fog lights that I'm sure you guys have probably already seen. But it does look kind of silly. This trailer hitch is a lot lower than my JKU, so it kind of nosedives a little bit, but maybe we can fix that in the near future. So how many of you guys have been through Bradley Junction? Myself, living out in mine country and commuting through it to work, it is not uncommon to get stopped by a train every day when I go to work. Anyway, pulling the trailer, I'm getting about 16 miles to the gallon. I know the average is about 18.2, but that's coming down from about 23. That's another reason I really like this truck. 23 miles to the gallon without pulling a trailer, just commuting to work and driving on the interstate and around town. Can't complain about that. I drove my green Jeep every day for a few years, and that got like 14 miles to the gallon, so 23 is like amazing to me. But anyway, we're almost home, and we're gonna pack for Jenny Springs. So thanks for watching.